Big City Freeze by Robert D. Cardona and David Minton. At the time of the Big Freeze, when Big City Port was frozen up, Captain Starr moved his tugs to a small point at the mouth of the river where they could carry out at least some of their duties. The SS Vienna, a famous cruise liner, waited for an ocean tug such as Hercules to help her. As Hercules headed for the open sea, on his way to find the Vienna, he saw a lily-like ship. She looked rather worried. "Oh, Hercules," said Lily, "have you seen 10 cents? I'm rather low on fuel. I'll need some more soon." "I hope he's quick. If your light isn't on, I won't be able to guide the Vienna in tonight." "It's not like 10 cents to take so long," thought Lily. "There is a shortage of fuel barges, Lily. They're all frozen up in Big City Port. Don't worry, he'll be here soon." Despite the cold, the tugs were all hard at work. Top Hat was grumbling as usual. "I do hate this awful weather. After all, I usually work at the rail yard, not simply shifting barges about." "Aye, well, you'll just have to put up with it," said Big Mac. He was fed up with Top Hat's moaning. The Z-Stacks were also using the small port. Zoran appeared looking smug. He had found a fuel barge from somewhere. "If the Stars tugs want this barge, they can't have it, right?" he said to Zip and Zug. "You keep it, Zoran," chorused Zip and Zug. Yes, you keep it." Zoran knew the Star tugs were on the lookout for fuel barges. 10 Cents and Sunshine were desperately hunting for one so that they could refuel Lily. They knew that unless Lily's light was working properly, the SS Vienna would go to another port. "I suppose all the barges are iced up in Big City Port," sighed Sunshine. Just then, 10 Cents caught sight of Zoran with his fuel barge. "I don't believe it. Where did he get that from? Trust him, right? Come on, Sunshine," said 10 Cents firmly. We'd better see if Zoran will let us have it." "You'll be lucky," muttered Sunshine. 10 Cents came up to Zoran as he approached the quayside. "Zoran, we need a barge to refill Lily Lightship." "You're not suggesting I let you have mine, are you?" snapped Zoran. "Yes, we are, Zoran. If you wouldn't mind, you know how important it is that Lily has enough fuel," said 10 Cents, trying to be patient. "I know your game, 10 Cents, said Zoran. "You'll take this barge and use it to refuel the Vienna." "Oh, no, that's my job." "No, it's for Lily. Honest, Zoran," said broken Sunshine. "Wrong, Sunshine. It's for Vienna, delivered by me, Zoran. Got it?" Zoran turned round and gave instructions for fuel to be put on the barge. 10 Cents was too angry to say any more. He turned away and saw OJ nearby. Perhaps he'd have one of his good ideas and help them. "What is it, lads?" said OJ, when he saw 10 Cents and Sunshine coming towards him. "OJ, we need a fuel barge," started 10 Cents. "And Zoran's got the only one around," broke in Sunshine. "But he won't part with it. Says he needed to supply Vienna." Does he realize there won't be any Vienna if Lily Light's not on? Well, you know what Zoran's like, OJ, said Sunshine, feeling very cross. He just accused us of wanting to use the barge, to fuel the Vienna ourselves. Suddenly, Sunshine's expression changed. Hey, I've just remembered. There's a lark barge kept a little way upriver from here. It's always kept filled for emergencies. It's not very far away. We could fetch that, and use it. Brilliant, Sunshine. Let's go. Let's get going, said 10 Cents. They said goodbye to OJ and set off. But 10 Cents and Sunshine didn't realize that they had been overheard. What did they say, Zip? Asked Doug. Something about fuel and getting to Vienna before Zoran, replied Zip, not admitting he hadn't heard properly. Well, we can't let that happen, can't we? Said Zug. They followed on behind the 2-star tugs. Meanwhile, the other tugs were getting ready to take supplies out to the Vienna. Big Mac was sorting out all the new stores the cruise liner would need. And, as usual, Warrior was going to be in charge of making sure the rubbish was collected and disposed of. He went to the rubbish quay to see if he could find an empty rubbish barge. But because of the ice, even finding a rubbish barge wasn't as easy as usual. Warrior's normal barge, Lord Stinker, was completely full. Warrior looked around until his eyes rested on one near him. That one's half full. Half empty. That will have to do. He hitched up to the barge, and off he went. As he was lumbering along, he met Zip and Zug following 10 Cents and Sunshine. That's right, Warrior, they teased. You sort out the rubbish. You should be able to do that without making a mess of it. Be quiet, you two, growled Warrior. He knew he was rather clumsy and didn't like being reminded of it, especially by Zed Stacks. After a while, 10 Cents and Sunshine reached the forgotten creek where the light barge was kept. What did I tell you? There she is. One emergency light barge, said Sunshine, rather pleased with himself. You certainly know your river, Sunshine. I would never have found this creek. Oh well, said Sunshine modestly. I've worked upriver for a long time, so I should do. Right then, you take her in tow, and I'll push from behind, said 10 Cents, getting into position. We should make it back to Lily before dark. But Zip and Zug had other ideas. They had picked up a fire barge along the way, and were now jamming it across the narrow creek, blocking 10 Cents and Sunshine. Oi! Oi, what's going on? Shouted 10 Cents. Get out of there, sorry Tugs, said Zip and Zug, chuckling. That'll teach you to take Zorn's and work away from him. Well, that's really stupid. If we can't refuel the Vienna, it's as bad for you as it is for us. But the Zed-Stacks were already too far to hear. Oh well, we'll just have to sit here and wait for the night tide. Then when the river rises, we can nip down the gully and get back to the river that way, said Sunshine. But by that time the Vienna will have already gone, moaned 10 Cents. No, she won't. We'll just have to be patient, said Sunshine. Meanwhile, Hercules was approaching the Vienna with a whistle and a cheery hello. Hello, my lovely, he greeted the stately cruise liner. She tooted in reply and signaled that she hoped all would be on station for her arrival at the lightship. "No problems, my dear. You know us star tugs. Always reliable," said Hercules cheerfully, not knowing that 10 cents and the emergency light barge were trapped outriver. Zoran was still trying to get fuel for the Vienna loaded onto his barge. The cold was slowing everything up, and he was in a very bad mood by now. Zub and Zug appearing with enormous grins on their faces didn't make him feel any better. "I told you to go to the lightship and wait for the Vienna. We thought you'd like to know that I'm not interested. Go. I've got to wait for this barge." Darkness was falling, and still Lily had not been refueled. Although her light was shining faintly, she couldn't flash it as she usually did. Warrior, Top Hat, and the other tugs were there, anxiously waiting for 10 cents and Sunshine to arrive. "Wherever are they? They should have got back ages ago." Everyone was relying on 10 cents and Sunshine. If they didn't turn up, the tugs wouldn't be able to supply the Vienna, and she would go to the next port. Everyone would lose work, and Captain Star would be very disappointed. Out at sea, Hercules was on the lookout for Lily's light. "Come on, my dear, where's your beam?" he muttered, trying not to let the Vienna know he was worried. "It's almost dark. What can we do for a light?" asked Lily. "Anyone got any bright ideas?" asked Top Hat. "I feel a little short on inspiration, I must say, chaps." "Then we'll have to settle for any stupid ideas," said OJ. "Anyone got one of those? This is an emergency." "Well, I could always—" "No, that would be stupid," said Warrior, hesitating. "Come on, what is it?" asked Top Hat. "Well, we could set fire to my garbage," said Warrior. "Well, that really is a stupid idea," Top Hat guffawed. It was only a suggestion," said Warrior, hurt. "I think it's a wonderful idea," said Lily. As the others watched Warrior tow his barge away from everyone else, he revved up his engine so that sparks from his funnel ignited the rubbish. Soon there was a strong light. "Bravo! Well done!" yelled the others. By this time, Sunshine and 10 cents had arrived. But as long as Warrior's rubbish burned brightly, there was no need for the light barge. Now, finally, Hercules could see a marker light to aim for. He had begun to suspect that Lily's light was not on, and even though he thought the light wasn't quite like Lily's normal beam, he tooted encouragingly at the Vienna and decided to head straight for it. "We'll soon be at the lightship, safe and sound," said Hercules. But the rubbish was burning fast, and towing in the liner like the Vienna took a long time. Soon the glare began to fade as the flames died away. They're letting it go out. Keep it going, my dears, we still need it." "It's going out. We'll have to get the light barge going now," said Sunshine. But something was wrong. It wouldn't light. "What's the problem, Sunshine?" "Oops," said Warrior, accidentally giving the light barge a hefty thump. But as he did so, the light came on. "Thank you, Warrior. You've been a real hero today," said Lily. Warrior looked very embarrassed, but he was pleased he'd been able to help for a change. Hercules was glad to see another light come on. Now that looks more like Lily, if I'm not mistaken, he said, as they got closer and closer. Just then, Zoran arrived with fuel for Vienna. Those star tugs not got you any fuel, Lily. They're a disgrace. Oh, is that for me? Thanks, Zoran, said Lily gratefully. Afraid not, Lily. This is for Vienna, said Zoran. Lily looked very disappointed. Zip and Zug had been very surprised to see 10 cents in sunshine. How'd you get past that fire barge? They asked. What's this? Asked Zoran, as he overheard what Zip and Zug were saying. We blocked them up the creek to save the fuel contract for you, Zoran, said Zip proudly. We only wanted the light barge because Lily was short of fuel, said 10 cents angrily. Zoran looked furious. You idiots! We all needed that light here, didn't we? So the Vienna could be brought in for us, as well as for them. Put that fire barge back in the right place before the fire chief finds out. Zip and Zug went off. They had got it all wrong again. Well, that was okay. But let's hope next time Big City Port will be open, said Big Mac, when the tugs had unloaded. Zoran pushed forward and waited for the fuel hose to be let down so the refueling could begin. But the Vienna had enough fuel to last her until the next port of call, and Zoran was turned away. Oh, thank you, Zoran, said Lily. Don't thank him, Lily. It's only because he's lumbered with it, said Sunshine, who had seen what happened. I'll take it for half price then, eh, Zoran? Lily smiled. Good idea, Lily, said 10 cents. Then we don't tell the fire chief about Zip and Zug, okay? In a few minutes, Lily's light was shining once again. You look lovely, Lily, said Warrior, blushing. Like a star. You were a bit star yourself, Warrior, replied Lily. Thanks to you and your rubbish, the Vienna got here safely, after all. The end.